The question came up, do men have enough safe spaces or do men have safe spaces at all? And if we're being honest, I believe the answer is no. Welcome to the Unstuck podcast. And today we're going to talk about men having safe spaces and what we are doing to create more. I believe strongly that the reason men don't have a lot of safe spaces could be number one, men have a hard time opening up. I believe that starts from childhood, that could start from maybe school, just the way society usually treats men, especially black men. And when I say things like that, this is not me alienating any man of any other race. It's just the race that I know the best because I'm a black man. The second thing could be usually when people start men groups, they usually start them and there's no either succession plan, there's nothing to grow or develop the program, or it's ran by volunteers who can't actually put a lot of time into the project. And that can be very, very hard because getting a man to start opening up and then shutting him down by not having a consistent flow of things can do more harm than good. Now, when I asked the question, I was in an interview with my man Lance, aka the Juice Healer, and I asked him, "Do you find that men have enough safe spaces?" And he said no, and I agreed. And it alarmed me more than anything after that. We were both saying that as men, which means something has to give. Now, you may say, Drew, there's thousands of men groups already. There are thousands of men retreat groups and things like that. Yes, but there should be more. And I want to say there should be more, and it's even ran by men of color. A friend of mine, I was talking to him. He runs a men group, and he told me, Drew, you should go forward with this idea. And he's a white man, and he told me you should go forward with this idea because a lot of the groups are never ran by a black male. And I think it would be great to see you do that to open it up to men of color. Now, when we say all of these things, the reason why I believe men need more safe spaces is because yes, we do face things as women do. We usually don't have a chance to get it out of our head. We usually don't have a chance to talk about what actually happened, how we feel about what happened, and what we can do about what has happened. We usually have something happen to us and we go and bury it, or we go and we basketball it out, or we go and work it out. And we usually don't have a chance to talk it out. And it sits in our subconscious mind for so long that we don't realize we are doing more damage to ourselves. We just don't know who to go talk to, who to run to. And the church is a good place, but the church sometimes won't allow you to have in depth conversations about sometimes real topics: suicide, depression, addictions, development, all those types of things. Sometimes you don't get that in the church setting. So we're launching a group, depending on when you hear this, on June the 3rd. And it's a virtual group where we allow men to have a chance to talk, to be heard, to share advice, to share stories, but we allow men to be in a place where they can feel safe as men. We're also going to challenge them with physical challenges where we want men to be in shape. We want them to build this confidence through uh, soul searching, through physical workouts and things like that, and through spiritual things. The reason for that is we want to actually help the whole man. And if we just have you get in shape physically and nothing with your spirit and your soul, you'll just become lopsided. Now, what makes this group different? Yes, it's ran by an African American man, myself. What makes it different is we're going to call in experts to also help us. And some sessions we'll call in women to listen and to give insight on how they see things so that we can have better relationships with our wives, our daughters, our sisters, our moms, our colleagues, because we don't believe that the earth was made just for man or just for woman. It was made for both of us. And I'm excited about it. And the reason why I'm excited about it is because I put this off for a lot of years. I would stop start and I would get so discouraged because I didn't know the impact it could have. And I didn't know how to actually plan it out well enough. And I didn't know how to just make it where it's easy to get into, to access, and to reach outside of my immediate circle or neighbors. So it's open, it's virtual. The cool thing about it being virtual is you can live anywhere. You can get on the calls, you can be in the group. There's two tiers. First tier would be just $30 a month. And with those tiers, you get access to the group, access to the calls. And then there's a second tier where it's $97, where you get access to the group, to the calls, and you get a one-on-one per month with me. Now, my normal one-on-one rate is 197 because you're going to be in the group. You get a huge discount for just $97. And we're going to help men find and have a safe space. So if you're hearing this, if you're seeing this, I would love if you can be a part of it. Or if you can't, please share it. Let's help make the world better. Let's help make men better and give them a place to find refuge and to be safe and to talk, to vent, to yell, to cry, to grow, to learn. Go be great, guys. Go be great.